Hello again, everyone. By now you should probably know that I am Lucas Everham, and I will be your instructor this semester for statistical methods. I mentioned earlier that I had most of the videos for you guys prepared already from previous classes because I have a lot of experience with this class, but I decided when going back through and looking at some of them that I wanted to reshoot these intros in particular because they don't quite have up-to-date information with how I'm handling due dates, and there are a couple weeks in particular where some things need a little bit of adjustment. Besides, it gives me a good chance to look back over some old notes as I'm preparing for each week anyway. So, what I plan to do with these videos is every week we're going to start off with a quick rundown of some of the topics we're going to see, as well as our deadlines for the week, where this week we're starting off with Chapter 1. Chapter 1's a bit different than the rest of the material we're covering this semester. It's much more vocabulary and definition heavy than basically anything else, and is a lot lighter on computations. Most of what we're going to do is a lot more numerical, a lot more statistical, as it were, than what we're going to see this week, but it is still stuff worth covering, at least for a week. So we're starting off with section 1.1, where we're just getting a brief overview of statistics, some of the basic ideas, basic definitions there, like what statistics are, what a sample is versus what a population is, so what a statistic is versus a parameter. And then in 1.2, we're moving on to look at ideas with data collection, and then in 1.3, we're picking up with some work on experimental design. So we're getting more information about things like the levels of measurement in 1.2, and then some of the sampling techniques and classifying things as being observational or experimental in 1.3. And then for this week, we have our first slate of materials due, starting with a worksheet due Friday. It's going to be some practice problems. We'll see what that looks like. Like I said, week one's not incredibly representative for how things run, especially with that stuff because it's all terms, but we'll see. And then following that, we have our first set of homework assignments due through my lab next Wednesday, along with a pre-assessment for week 2 due by Monday night. But those are all our basic things. Now it's time to get into some of that material where we're going to be looking on into Chapter 1.